What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up, family? And what's up, friends? It's your boy Lowell, and I'm back again. I got to hit y'all with another video. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, I'd like to welcome you all back to another episode of Papa Lowe's Place. Now, y'all know that Papa Lowe's Place is a place where, if it's on your mind, let's talk about it. If it's something that you're going through, let's talk about it. If mama and them and cousin, auntie and all them talking about it, then doggone it, I think we should be talking about it too. All right? Now, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching and clicking on this video. I'm sure that today's video is going to be very informative as well as entertaining. But before we get to the video, I'd like to introduce my co-host for today, Brother Jason. Brother Jason, how you feeling today?
What's up, y'all? What's up? What's good, everybody? It's Mr. Hold It in the Road himself back at you with another one. Let's get into this.
All right, all right. Well, like I said, Brother Jason, we appreciate you being here. A faithful brother. I got to give it to him. He's a faithful brother. He called me up and said, hey, man, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. And hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'd love to have some of you guys on where we can sit down and talk about some things and make some changes and make some differences in our community and our mindsets and things of that nature. But for right now, let's go ahead and get into this video. All right?
Good morning.
Gladys, what are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you? Look at this innocent little girl, Inspector Quinn. She has 9 violations. 9 red lights and speeding. Gladys, what do you do? Do you work?
Yes, I work for a staffing agency. I'm a recruiter. My explanation to those tickets, I dealt with a domestic violence relationship.
Come on, Gladys. Come on.
I ate a lot of those lights, running away from somebody that used to chase me with my daughter.
Hold on. Let's stop right there for a second. Let's stop right there for a second. Did you hear what she said?
I did. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I've seen a lot of videos with Chief Judge Frank Caprio.
Hey, come on now.
And I'm not. Well, this is Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of videos of him, and you know, even though I've never experienced Judge Caprio, never been that far north, from what I can tell, from these videos, when you come at him with a problem or whatever the case may be, he does his best to help you out.
Yeah, he do.
He does his best to help you out.
Yeah, he do.
That's the first off. Second of all, the young lady that's actually in the at the podium right now, you know, giving her testimony. She said she worked and she said she was involved in some CDV, and as you can see in the video, started crying off the rip. And she has speeding tickets and everything, and she said that she inquired some of those, if not all, because she was running away from the CDV.
Mm-hmm.
So, in all honesty, me personally, if she was running away from the CDV, trying to get herself and her daughter, whomever else, to safety, and me playing a little devil's advocate here, if it can be proven, then I think she should be exonerated of all charges.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. I mean, I was going to say that right up front that, you know, I mean, if this be the case, you know, we don't know because we weren't there. I'm not one of those type of people that speak definitively when I wasn't there. So I can't say yay, I can't say nay. But if this is the case, then, and if I was the judge, hasta la vista. I'll talk to you later. I'll holler at you later. Slow it down, ma'am. Well, let's continue with the video.
Mm-hmm.
How old is your daughter?
9.
Is she living with you?
Yeah. She's in school right now.
She was what?
She's in school right now.
She's in school right now. You only have one child?
Yeah.
Okay. And
the other one from the other play, I had registered a car.
well, wait a minute. I'm still trying to determine why you would go through
The 727 one by the
nine.
hospital.
What? 1 minute. I'm trying to determine why you would go through 9 red lights, okay? I mean, were you being pursued by somebody, or were you just...
Yeah.
All right, Gladys, we are very sensitive to matters involving personal safety, particularly people who are being stalked for
That's
like,
right.
whatever reason.
That's right.
And that's very personal with you. So we're not going to get into that at all. But we understand that, and Inspector Quinn just had a conversation with me relative to that. Okay. Many of these were not related to anything else except that you violated the traffic laws, okay?
Right.
And some, maybe because of a state of mind that you had, could have had some effect on your driving, but certainly not all of these, okay? And there are several of them. So I'm going to now inquire into your ability to pay these fines, okay? So are you working?
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm a recruiter for a staffing agency.
Okay. And you have one child?
I'm a single parent.
I can understand you're going through some difficulty in life, so we're going to try to help you out, okay? There are in this country, in this world, some very generous people.
Yes,
and
there
some
are.
very compassionate and understanding people.
Of course.
And I receive correspondence from all over the world every week, and many of the correspondence enclose checks from people who want to help other people because they have become familiar with the court proceedings here.
Let me stop right there for a second. I love the fact that the judge said that in this world that there are some generous and compassionate people. And I'm going to tell you, according to some of the people that I've talked to, especially recently, they don't seem to believe that. I believe that there are some compassionate and generous people. And not only do I believe that, I have benefited from compassionate and generous people.
Oh, I have too. I have too.
Mm-hmm.
I have too. In many ways, generous and compassionate folk. But and I'm not trying to steer the conversation this way. And though I am grateful for generous and compassionate people, in some small way, though, I mean, we only human, at least for me anyway. That when something like that comes, I mean, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. You don't.
Right.
But in some small way, you feel somewhat a little bit beholden to people, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And so even though you take that compassion, you take that generosity and use it to benefit yourself and from what you're coming through, even though you have that small little bit of beholdenment to that person, you take that small bit of beholdenment and pay it forward.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And, you know, most people that are compassionate and generous and things of that nature, you can pay them back, but a lot of times they're not looking for that. They do it out of the kindness of their heart, and they're not looking for anything in return. So I definitely agree with what you're saying there. Let's continue.
So I have a correspondence from a individual by the name of Yosef Barras from Kingston, Pennsylvania. And he sent me a check for $100,
Oh, man.
asking that I use this, exercising my discretion, but that I do it by exercising some compassion and empathy. Okay. So I'm going to use that $100 to help pay your fine. Your fine is going to be a total of $350.
$350.
Additionally, I'm going to employ the generosity of a second, and that is the Fields family of Phoenix, Arizona, and they sent me a check for $75.
Okay.
These people are both immigrants, and they want to help someone else who is in need. So we're going to use that $75 check for you as well. So that's $175.
Keep standing there, gang. We about to,
And then
we
lastly-
about to be free.
I have a check from Casa Mesta, California,
Yeah.
from Zeno Mueller Coaching. Asked me to use my discretion to help someone who's in need and sent in a check for $50. So I'm going to use those 3 checks, and that comes to $225.
How much did he say our fine was going
So
to be?
you're going to
300?
owe
Oh,
$125. Okay,
Can I give you a hug?
come on up here.
You know what? Stop the video. Stop the video. Stop right there.
Come on.
Okay. Kind, compassionate, generous folk has sent in enough money to pay this young lady's fines down to where I believe she only has to pay $25.
Is that what it is?
I think that's the math. I'm not
25?
sure.
Okay.
We can back up and find, but I think that's the math.
YouTube, do the math.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then the judge used his discretion to help somebody else. And then, as you can see, her face, welling up with tears and everything.
Yeah.
Ask, can she get a hug? That's why I stopped the video. That's why I need to stop the video at this point right now. Because whenever you can stop in the middle of a court proceeding and ask the judge for a hug, and he responds by saying, "Come on up here," you know you got something good right there. in all manners of the situation.
You know, when I see that, man, and we hear it all the time where people say, "Won't he do it? Won't he do it?"
Or look at God.
Look at God. I'm telling you, man, that's one of those moments for me, that's one of those moments right there where, you could have had any judge, that would hear the case, but you got this one. You got this one that was full of compassion, full of mercy, understands the plight. And obviously, a lot of other people kind of like this judge because they're giving him donations in order for him to help other people out. So, man, I tell you what, man, that's awesome.
It is.
That's awesome. I can only say, but when I stood before a judge, I wish he was that compassionate and that merciful and that understanding. He wasn't any of. Well, I guess he could have been. I guess he could have been a little bit more angry. I guess he could have been. He could have been a little bit more harder. So I take that back, Judge, whatever your name is. I do understand it. As looking back on it now, I do understand that there was a bit of compassion in your ruling. So
okay, let
go ahead.
here. There are, how can I put it? Anybody who's actually involved in the law, whether it be prosecutors, lawyers, attorneys, police, judge, parole hearings, wardens, this, that, and the third, or whatever, the whole shebang. Each and every one of them have got to go by the letter of the law.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Got to go by the letter of the law. Rules is rules. But also, judges and other folk in that whole shebang there do have the ability to use their discretion.
I agree.
I mean, you could be guilty of sin. You could be guilty of sin, and the police look at you, man, I ain't worried about it no more. Here's a warning, slow down, blah, 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 blah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's like, do they have the letter of the law? Of course. Do we want as the what do you call it? Plaintiffs or defendants or whatever? Do you want those persons to rule in your favor or be merciful to you? Of course. But again, sometimes in this case right here, let your words speak for you. Let your words speak for you. And come correct. Let your words speak for you, and tell them exactly what's going on. And they say the truth shall set you free. It does. Sometimes it does not, but most of the time it does. But if you come at them real and let them know exactly what's up, 9 times out of 10, that human nature and that discretion will kick in and say, hey, okay, let me look at this from a different point of view. I mean, it's not that she deliberately do this to, because she was acting crazy or doing it for likes or clicks or because she was just being not upset, but she was, acting, like I said, acting crazy or belligerent or anything. She did this because of the fact that she was in fear of her safety.
I got it. I got you. I definitely understand that. And hey, I mean, like I said earlier, I cannot hold that against her. We're gonna go ahead and finish out this video here.
Relax. You feel better now?
All right, Brother Jason, the people, YouTube, Facebook, all of you family, friends, y'all seen the video. Y'all see compassion in action. You see grace, you see mercy in action. You know, I think about some of the biblical principles and values that I was able to see in that interaction. Yeah, I think that is just so awesome, man, that the judge was able to do that. Now, again, you can't do that with everybody. And I want to say this before I switch on over to Brother Jason real quick, and then we close out this video. This is why it pays to act like you got some sense, you know, to act like you got some raisins in you. And I don't mean like raisins in the box, but I mean like your parents raised you. And I know they did. And sometimes we have a tendency to forget those things that we were taught. The Bible says to train up a child in the way that he should go, so that when he is older, he will not depart from it. And so again, I believe that a lot of us, we've got the proper raising. We just have to institute it. Now, whether it's fear or whatever have you, you know, peer pressure, whatever have you, that causes us to not allow that to shine forth, you know, so be it. But today we got proof positive imagery of what compassion actually looks like. Brother Jason, what do you think? And then I'll go ahead and close us out.
Just say this. As I tend to do with all our episodes here. I normally tell y'all to do better. But I'm gonna switch that up and say, according to this video, be better. Not only do better, but be better. Come with some sense. Come with some straight acting. Come with some home training. Let them know exactly what's up, and just be you, and let them know exactly what's going on. And as far as compassion and generosity and everything, there are people out there who are compassionate, who are generous, who don't mind helping somebody out. If you do better and be better, those people flock to you. And also, not only that, just whenever they do something for you, pay that forward. So do better, be better. What's that old grandma, mom and grandma saying that you get more flies with honey than you do vinegar? Yeah.
I think that is so true. But hey, you guys tell me what you think. Do you think that the judge was just a little bit too lenient? That, judge, come on now, there's justice and then there's compassion. She might have needed a bit of justice. Do you think that, or do you think the judge did the right thing in allowing her to just showing that compassion, that generosity, and that mercy due to the fact that she was in circumstances beyond her control? It's a whole nother video, but I'm gonna tell you, I've been watching a couple of videos here, and stalking is out of control. When people say no, when people don't want to have a relationship with you, when people, it just decline. Let me just put it that way. Some people just can't take that, and they just take it up to another level. And I don't know if that's the case with this, but some of the stalking things that I watched is tremendous, because again, people cannot accept no. All right. So again, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. This has been your boy Lowell and Brother Jason.
Once again, Mr. Holding in a Roll himself again. Not only do better, but be better.
All right. All right, you heard Brother Jason, but we want you guys to all do better. We also ask that you comment, like, and share this video. And also, if you find it in your heart to do so, subscribe to the channel, baby. We love to have you as a member of Papa Lowe's Place. All right, so you guys take care of yourselves and take care of each other. All right, talk to you later. Bye.